Checking futures now, and they got one heck of a boost this morning when those jobs number came out. It was about 200 to the plus side, of course, is pre-market activity. Dow is now up 450 points. NASDAQ is up 238. Oil, by the way, is down a tick at $58.83. Well, in a post on Truth Social, President Trump says all purchases of Iranian oil or petrochemical products must stop now. Any country or person who buys any amount of oil or petrochemicals from Iran will be subject to immediately secondary sanctions. They will not be allowed to do business with the United States of America in any way, shape, or form. That is unequivocal. Well, oil to date is, well, right now it's $58.83. Breaking, of course, just moments ago, we got the latest read on the jobs market. 177,000 jobs were added in April. That's more than 40,000 more than what we expected. The unemployment rate remains unchanged at 4.2%. Joining me now is Labor Secretary Lori Chavez-DeRemer. Madam Secretary, great to see you. Thank you for being here. Pretty good numbers. And, you know, the markets, we had an analyst, Mike Lee, was just in saying it was kind of a Goldilocks number. It wasn't so spectacular that it would spook the Fed. And, of course, they have, I think, the wrong notion about a very strong economy going hand in hand with inflation. That doesn't necessarily happen. But that's why the market's taking it so well. It wasn't so spectacular that it would spook the Fed, but very strong numbers nonetheless. What do you make of it?
Well, absolutely. Here last month, we said we blew it out of the water, and we did. And with President Trump at the helm, I'm telling you, he mentioned to the American people over and over again that the golden age was coming. I will tell you the golden age is here. Exactly right. Again, this is another great jobs report, exactly what the market expected, better than expected. And I couldn't be more honored to serve under the president with these jobs numbers. And now as I continue on the road, we're going to keep pounding the pavement, and these numbers are going to continue to go up.
You know, good news for those of us who believe that the government's too big, that it needs to be shrunk, is that the federal government job numbers, the overall government job numbers, which includes state and local jobs, was up, but the federal government job numbers was down, as Lauren reported, by 9,000 jobs. That's good news. That shows that the work of DOGE and the work of the new administration is showing results.
Absolutely. It's a shift in the workforce, closer to the people. You know, as a former mayor, I bring it up all the time. People want their public officials or their public employees to be close to them. And this is exactly that trend that we're seeing. So yes, on the federal employment, it has ticked down, but closer to the people in their respective states.
Now,
so
there was a little
number.
Disappointment with regard to manufacturing numbers. They were down 1,000. And I know manufacturing is a huge push by the administration to get those manufacturing jobs up. Some people have said, will there be enough Americans who want to work? If you're successful and new factories open, they've already begun to, particularly because of the new tax incentives that'll come into place. About 80% of Americans are with you saying that we should have more manufacturing jobs, but only 25% say they would say, when asked the question, I would be better off, would I be better off if I worked in a factory? 25% say yes. Now, that sounds low, but only 9% of the workforce is in manufacturing. So that indicates you could double the amount of manufacturing jobs right now, and people would be happy with it.
I see no disappointment here. That's exactly what the president and I are focused on. With the investment of these large companies back into American workforce and the American manufacturing sector, transportation, healthcare, we're seeing the jobs tick up. And it is going to be my job to get out on the road to increase that workforce for manufacturing. And we are going to make sure that our workforce is skilled, reskilled, upskilled, because that is what the American worker deserves to keep more money in their pocket. We're going to retrain a lot of these workers, and it's going to be great. Not only that, my Deputy Secretary, Keith Sonderling, he's working closely with AI and an executive order in order to help the American workforce in that same sector. So This is good news. I saw no disappointment in this report whatsoever.
Last one, Madam Secretary. A new report claims almost half of all layoffs this year have been driven by DOGE. So was cutting all those government jobs necessary? What do you say?
Well, what we want to make sure that in the workforce is that we keep our workers that we need. For instance, in the Department of Labor, OSHA, MSHA, the enforcement, that we want to make sure that we are enforcing the law, but streamlining, modernizing, making sure the workforce is working for the American people is exactly what DOJ set out to do. They've been in our office, and they have certainly helped not only the people who work at the Department of Labor understand what the mission of the Department of Labor is. We're doing a fantastic job with them, and I couldn't be more honored to serve in this role under the President of the United States.
Secretary, thank you so much for being here with us today. I appreciate you coming in.